What do the outer planets have in common? If you could visit the outer planets, you wouldn't have a solid place to stand. The four outer planets are much larger and more massive than Earth, and they do not have solid surfaces. Because these four planets are so large, they're often called gas giants. Figure 1 below summarizes some basic facts about the gas giants. Composition. Jupiter and Saturn are composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. Uranus and Neptune contain some of these gases, but also ices of ammonia and methane. Because they're so massive, the gas giants exert a very strong gravitational force. This gravity keeps gases from escaping, forming thick atmospheres. Despite the name gas giant, much of the material in these planets is actually liquid because the pressure inside the planet is so high. The outer layers are extremely cold because they're far from the sun. Temperatures increase greatly within the planet. Moons and rings. All the gas giants have many moons, ranging from 13 around Neptune to more than 60 around Jupiter. These moons vary from tiny balls of rock and ice barely a kilometer across to moons larger than Mercury. Some of these moons even have their own atmospheres. In addition, each of the gas giants is surrounded by a set of rings. A ring is a thin disk of small particles of ice and rock. Saturn's rings are the largest and most complex. What are the characteristics of each outer planet? Since telescopes were first invented, scientists have studied the features of the outer planets and their moons. Today, space-based telescopes and space probes, including the Voyager, Galileo, and Cassini missions, have revealed many details of these planets that are not visible from Earth. Scientists are constantly discovering new information about these planets and their moons. Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest and most massive planet. Jupiter's enormous mass dwarfs the other planets. In fact, its mass is about 2.5 times that of all the other planets combined. Jupiter's atmosphere. Like all of the gas giants, Jupiter has a thick atmosphere made up mainly of hydrogen and helium. One notable feature of Jupiter's atmosphere is its giant red spot, a storm that is larger than Earth. The storm's swirling winds are similar to a hurricane, as you can see in Figure 2. Unlike hurricanes on Earth, however, the Great Red Spot shows no signs of going away. Jupiter's structure. Astronomers think that Jupiter probably has a dense core of rock and iron at its center. A thick mantle of liquid hydrogen and helium surrounds this core. Because of the weight of Jupiter's atmosphere, the pressure of Jupiter's core is estimated to be about 30 million times greater than the pressure at Earth's surface. Jupiter's moons. The Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei discovered Jupiter's largest moons in 1610. These moons, shown in Figure 3, are named Io, Europa, and Ganymede.